Alright, my bad. Y'all, I know I said I'll post it yesterday, then this morning. A lot was happening though. But I gotta figure out now, so here's part 2. So I felt like I should backtrack a little bit though, because I feel like it would be better to have some pictures along with this. So I kind of want to give y'all an idea of what Mackenzie looked like every day, because that was talked about a lot, about how like she really cared about her appearance. And I'm pretty sure like throughout the time we were chilling, she told me she woke up at like 5 a.m. every morning just to like do her makeup, her hair, and look good. So I'm gonna show you guys like what she looks like most of the time. Alright, so this is what I meant by that. Like, she always had her hair done, eyebrows, everything. Like, woke up early as hell to do all this, and like she said, read and probably do some of the laundry. Alright, so back where I left off. So she was telling me about the list. I was top 3, so I asked her, like, who's 1 and 2. And she's like, 1 is Puff. And I had no idea who that was. Because a lot of people have nicknames, so I was like, Puff, Puff, Puff. Like, right in my mind, like, thinking, like, whose nickname is Puff? And then she's like, oh, no, it's Jordan. Which, Jordan was, like, this STEM girl doing, like, a 7-8 year bid. She's popular in there. A lot of girls like her. I can't lie. She did look good. So she had, like, long hair, like, faded on the side like mine, and a big puffball ponytail. So she was, like, number 1. I think she number 2 was this girl, Dynasty, that had, like, just popped out to, just at the time that we were talking, had just popped out. She lived in my cottage. I didn't know her that well. She was, like, a stud, dreads, young, 19, 20, like, wild. Y'all know the type I'm talking about. So I think she was number 2. I really just, like, blew all that list stuff off, because girls always have a new girlfriend in there, like, every other day. Like, somebody was somebody's ex every day. This girl was talking to this girl every day. It's just how it goes down in there, because it's boring. You don't have anything to do in there, so you just fill your time with anything, honestly. So we get to walk in the track, whatever. I ask her what cottage she's in. And cottages in there, they're like, kind of like jail pods, but bigger. They're like buildings. We had like 12 or 13 of them, 2 sides to each cottage. And then it'd be like 100 to 120 girls on each side. So I asked her what cottage she lived in. She's like, Wheeler, which automatically popped to me, because like Wheelers are like lifers or like really privileged inmates. So I'm like, that's crazy. Like, Wheeler has like flat screens, actual couches, rooms that you can close your door because it was like an open prison, so you just had bunks everywhere, like little cubicles of bunks, open, like anybody could walk in there. But Wheeler wasn't like that. I'll show you guys. I got a little picture to show y'all. So this is what Wheeler looked like. You see the little couches, the closed rooms up there you can close the door in. We didn't have tables like that either. We had like the fold-out lunch tables. Like, it was just really nice in there. Really, really nice. So that like had like kind of popped to me, and I'm like, made a mental note at that time, like, when I hit this cottage again, I want to call my people and have them look up her crimes, because I'm not going to ask her. Like, I'm not going to ask her. It's like kind of rude in there, especially, I feel like if I would have asked her, she probably wouldn't have told me right away, because we were like just getting to know each other. And that's what people always do in there. They don't ever ask crimes. Like, they don't ever. They just go get your main number off your bunk, look it up, call their people, and just do it like that. They don't be like, hey, what'd you do? What'd you do? Because especially if it's a really bad crime, like, they won't ask you. They'll go look it up. Okay, so mental note, have my people look up her stuff when I go back to the cottage at their yard. So I tell her I live in Rogers too, which is a really ghetto cottage. Like, it's so ghetto. Like, their nickname is the Rodrex, like, for the Podrex, man. It's just ghetto. It's like people doing rugs in there all the time, fighting, the nasty. Like, you find chairs in the shower from like girls spending their girlfriends over in there, because they made little to. You know what I'm talking about. Can't really say too much on TikTok about it. But yeah, I told her I lived in there, and like, she's like, yeah, I know. So I'm kind of looking like, what? So my face kind of goes like, what? And she's like, I'm on the maintenance crew. I be picking up boxes from downstairs when you'd be pushing trash, and I'd be like, I've been peeping you, I've been seeing you. And I was like, oh, okay. So, like, she has been watching, she has been seeing me, stuff like that. So we're still walking. Oh, Jasmine's here too. I forgot to mention that. Jasmine's like with us the whole time. So we just walk on the track, and we stop, and I think we like sit on the bleachers. We're sitting on the bleachers, and I'm like, my back is towards like the White House, which is like the big control center. Like, it's like in the very front of the yard. They can see the whole yard, cameras. They can come over the speakers and say stuff. I learned that the hard way. Y'all gonna hear about that because I was with her when we got yelled at over the speakers too. So she's like facing towards me, towards the White House. And she's in her state clothes, like in the picture I showed y'all. But she has them altered, like, to fit her size. Because when they come, they're, like, really big and baggy. So me trying to be slick, cute, I, like, lean forward and, like, rub from her ankle to her calf, like, trying to be cute. So she's, like, smiling, big smile, like, blushing. And then she asked me to see my ID. And I'm like, no, hell no. Because my ID picture is so bad. I like came from county. They had us in a moo-moo. So like I was like wearing a dress. Hair looked crazy. Didn't have a haircut because they don't really cut hair in county. But when you hit the prison, you can find like some raw barbers out there. Straight blade. You're like, I can get haircuts like this in there. So I was like, no, I don't want you to see it. I don't want you to see it. But she was like real adamant about it. Like real adamant. She's like, I just want to see your picture. And I just end up giving it to her because she was just asking. And she did not just want to see my picture. There was a whole reason why she wanted to see it, but I'm getting ahead of myself. It's going to be deeper on in the story. Because this is still on the first day. Like, this is still on the first day. So I give her whatever. She looks at it, smiles, gives it back to me. And this is when Jasmine, like, starts chiming in. And just like making small talk, nothing crazy, you know. It's like the yard's about to close, so I'm like, you guys are gonna go to dinner? And like Mackenzie just looks at me crazy. Like I just asked her like something she's never heard or in a foreign language. And she's like, no, I don't eat the prison food. I will never eat the prison food. And I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, yeah, I cook every single day. Like every single day I cook. And I'm like thinking about it, like going through my head, like, that's a lot of money. Because, like, okay, everything's cheap in prison, but you have to buy every single thing to make it a meal. Like, say if you want to buy a pizza, you got to buy wraps to make the crust. You got to make pepperonis. You got to buy pizza sauce. You got to buy cheese. You got to buy a shredder for the cheese. So, like, cooking every single day with your commissary, like, would be a lot. Because you only get a certain amount of commissary in there for, like, a certain time period. So, cooking every day, you'd probably run out within, like, 3-4 days. So I'm like, oh. So I just like, okay, so you cook? Like, you know how to cook? And there's only microwaves in there. So you have to cook all that in a microwave. Like, all of it. And she's like, no, Jasmine cooks for me every day. Why, like, wait. But I didn't really think into that either because, like, that's a hustle in there. And Jasmine said that's what she did. She hustled to make people's food for them so she can get a plate. And that was a hustle. A lot of people did that in there. But that's like a lot to do, especially every day, because like I said, you can cook it in a microwave. So you have to like make everything separately. You have to get a microwave spot, which is like I said, 200 girls in like one cottage, and there's only 2 microwaves. So you have to get a spot like every day, go out there, prep for that spot, be ready. If you run out of time, you're out of that microwave, you can't finish the food. So you really have to be prepared for it. So it's really a lot. And this is where Jasmine starts chiming in again. I think it's because, like, she felt some type of way that she was, like, talking about how that was her hustle because she didn't really have no one to take care of her in there. And I don't know, it's, like, kind of embarrassed, like, look down upon it. Like, if you don't have money, it's crazy. It's, like, a really crazy system. But she had chimed in, like, oh, where's Juice? Which is the girl, my friend, that was, like, on and off with Jasmine. Because she had a girlfriend, CJ. Like, every time they fought, she would go talk to Jasmine and mess with Jasmine. That's, like, her 2 main girls. But I'm pretty sure she was in the cottage with CJ. So that was like a whole can of worms I did not want to open at all. Like, I did not want to. So I'm like, I don't know. I haven't seen her since lunch when she told y'all to meet me out here. Because I didn't want to get into that at all.